The Compass of Courage. Gather round, my precious dreamers, and let your old storyteller spin a tale as soft as moonlight and as bold as a lion's roar. Picture a village nestled in a valley where mountains stand like gentle giants and a stream hums lullabies. This is the story of Theo, a boy with a heart full of dreams, and the compass of courage, which showed him how to face his fears. So, snuggle under your blankets, let the day melt away, and join me for a journey that will warm your heart. Theo was a lad of 10, with dark curls that tumbled like a waterfall, and eyes that shimmered with quiet wonder. He lived with his aunt, a potter, whose hands shaped clay into bowls as beautiful as her smile, in a cottage by the village edge. Theo was kind but timid, often hiding behind his sketchbook, where he drew mountains and stars. He longed to explore the world, but feared the unknown. Shadows in the forest, the creak of a gate, even the thought of speaking to strangers. One evening, as the sky bloomed with twilight, his aunt told him of a magical compass hidden in the mountains, one that pointed not to north, but to courage. The next dawn, Theo's heart thumped with a daring thought. "I'll find that compass," he whispered, tucking his sketchbook under his arm. He set off, his boots scuffing the path to the misty peaks, where crags loomed and winds whispered tales of bravery. The trail was steep, but Theo pressed on, his breath puffing in the cool air. Birds flitted above, their songs like encouragement, and a squirrel scampered ahead as if guiding him. High in the peaks where clouds grazed the rocks, Theo found a cave glowing with a faint golden light. Inside, on a stone pedestal, lay a small compass, its needle spinning wildly, etched with stars. Theo reached for it, and the needle steadied, pointing at him. A voice, warm as a hearth, echoed, "This is the compass of courage. It points to the bravery within you. Follow it, and fear will fade." The compass felt alive, its metal warm, and Theo slipped it into his pocket, its glow like a tiny sun. He hurried home, bursting to tell his aunt. "I found it," he said, showing her the compass. She hugged him. "It shines when you face your fears, Theo. Start small, and it will guide you." The next day, Theo carried the compass through the village. Its needle twitched, pointing to challenges. He saw Leela, the baker's daughter, struggling to carry firewood. Theo's stomach knotted. Speaking to her felt scary, but the compass glowed, urging him on. "Need help?" he mumbled, his voice shaky. Leela smiled, and they stacked the wood together. The compass's light flared, and Theo felt lighter, as if a weight had lifted. That evening, he drew Leela's smile in his sketchbook, and the compass hummed softly. Word spread of Theo's compass, and the children begged to see it. But its glow dimmed when anyone boasted or ignored others' fears. "It shines for courage," Theo explained, holding it high. One day, a flood swept through the village, swelling the stream and trapping animals in the meadows. The villagers panicked, unsure how to help. Theo clutched the compass, its needle pointing to the muddy fields. His legs trembled, but he thought of the cave's voice. "I can do this," he whispered, and waded into the water, rescuing a stranded lamb. The compass blazed, its light guiding others to join him. By dusk, the animals were safe, and the villagers cheered. Theo, soaked but smiling, felt the compass's warmth in his pocket. He helped Mara, the seamstress, save her fabrics from the flood, and the needle spun with pride. He comforted frightened children with stories of brave stars, and the compass glowed brighter, lighting the square like a beacon. The village worked together, inspired by Theo's quiet courage, and the flood's damage was undone, bit by bit. One night a traveler arrived, his cloak torn and his eyes haunted. The village hesitated, wary of strangers. Theo's compass needle spun, pointing to the man. Heart pounding, Theo approached. "Welcome," he said, offering bread. The travelers softened, sharing tales of distant lands. The compass shone, and Theo realized courage wasn't just facing danger. It was opening his heart. He drew Amos's face in his sketchbook, the compass glowing beside him. Theo's courage grew. He spoke up at village meetings, shared his drawings, even climbed the tallest peak to sketch the sunrise. The compass guided him through every fear, its light steady. One spring, when a fire sparked in the meadows, Theo rallied the children to fetch water. His voice clear despite the smoke. The compass blazed, its glow visible through the haze, and the village saved the fields. Afterwards, Amos, now a friend, said, "That compass is rare, Theo. It points to the courage all can find if they try." Theo began teaching the village children about bravery, how a small step, like saying hello or trying something new, could make the compass shine. The children listened, their eyes wide, and soon they were helping too, facing fears from speaking in class to crossing the creaky bridge. The compass's light spread, and the village became known as the place of courage, where even the timid found strength. Years later, Theo, now a young man, passed the compass to a shy girl named Wen, who'd helped him save a bird from a storm. "Follow it," he said, and Wen nodded, her eyes bright. The compass never dimmed, for the village had learned its lesson. Courage grows when you face fear, step by step. Travelers carried tales of the courageous valley, where a boy's courage lit the way. So, my little dreamers, as you drift to sleep, think of Theo and his compass. Your fears are like shadows. Small steps of courage can make them fade. Close your eyes, feel the compass's glow, and let it guide you to dreams of boldness and light. Good night, my brave ones.